Hello student, welcome. So today I am going to discuss aggregate functions and null values. We have already discussed about the aggregate functions that are sum, max, mean, etc. and how to use them in SQL statement. Now here we are going to discuss how to deal with the null value. That means how the aggregate function going to deal with the null values. I think all of you know what is null value. Null value means the value which is not inserted into the table or which is not applicable. That means at the time of data entry, if you do not have the value of a particular column, for that column you can put null value. That means the value that is not inserted for a particular column, that is known as null value. Okay. Now this aggregate function deals with the null value. So today we are going to study the null values with aggregate function. Okay. So from your book, that is page number 226. Okay. So there are two tables. Consider a table product as shown figure 12.51. So we have a table and the table figure number is 12.51. The aggregate function do not consider the null values. These are simply ignored. That means if you use aggregate function for a table, at that time if the table contains some null value, that values are ignored by the aggregate function. Okay, and it will ignore the null value and display the result based on the values present in the column. Okay, the first one is, that is the aggregate function ignore the null values of a table. So in the figure number 12.51, we have a table and the table name is product table. Okay. So if you look at there you notice product ID and product cost. Two column heading with the first column heading is product ID and the second column ID is product cost. Okay. So there we have product ID 1 and the product cost is 46. To product ID 2, the cost is 56. Product ID 3, the cost is 87. But look at there, for the product number 4, the product cost is not inserted. So it contains null value. Okay, and same for the 5, product ID 5, the product cost is null. Okay, and the remaining 5, 6 contain some value. No, the 6 containing the product cost, that is 55. That is product ID 4 and 5 doesn't have any value for the product cost and it contains null value. Now for this table we are going to use aggregate function. Okay. So for example, from your book, the function in 12.52 consider only 4 value, that is 45, 56, 87 and 55 in product cost column and calculate accordingly. So that if you use the aggregate function function to this product table, then this aggregate function going to ignore the null value that is present in the product ID 4 and 5 and only display the 4 value, that is 45, 56, 87 and 55, and calculate accordingly. That means all the calculation that is to be going to be performed by using the aggregate function that will be done on the values that is present inside the product cost, that is 45, 56, 87 and 55. Okay, and it is going to ignore the null value that is inside the 4 and 5 product ID. Okay, so look at the figure number 12.5. So if you use the aggregate function for this table, so only it will calculate the values that is present in the table, and it will calculate the sum of product, that is 243. Okay, so if you calculate 45, 56 and 87 and 55, then you will get that is the sum of product, that is 243. Then average, maximum and minimum. So the minimum cost is 45 and the maximum cost is 87. So it is going to perform the calculation based on the aggregate function only the present value. It is not going to apply on the null value. Okay. However, there is a variation in count star function. So if you use count star, so it will act differently. Okay, so the count product cost ignore the null value. Why? Count star count the number of rows that including null value also. As I told you, the aggregate function ignore the null value, but if you use the count star function, then it is not going to ignore the null value at the time of calculation. It will include the null value also. Okay. Now look at the figure number 12.53. So here the output of the SQL statement, that is displayed the select count product cost count start from product. That means select count product cost. Count product cost, this function going to ignore the null value. The count function going to ignore the null value. But in the same SQL we are using count within round bracket asterisk mark. This function is not going to ignore the null value. Okay, so that's why the results are, so when we use the count function without the asterisk mark, it will display product cost 4. That means if you delete the null value, then we will have only 4 product cost. That means it is ignoring the null value, only display the value product cost that is available in the table. But if you use count star function, then it will display 6. That means it is going to display the total number of rows including the null values. So we have 6 rows including the null values. That means the count star function is not going to ignore the null value. It includes the null value and represent the result. Okay. Now I am going to discuss one more topic, that is having clause. that is group by clause. So we are going to discuss one more topic, that is group by clause. The group by clause is used to group rows based on the distinct value of the specified column. That means this group by clause is used on group of rows. As you know, in a table there are many rows, okay, and the group by clause going to act on this group of rows based on the distinct value of the specified column. That means in each column we have some specific value, okay, and this group by clause going to represent those rows that specify the specific value. It creates a data set containing several set of records grouped together based on some condition. That means it is going to create a set of data set. That means it is going to display some data sets containing in rows, group of rows. So that will include the records. Each row containing one record. Okay. As because the group of clause going to group of rows together, then we will have group of records grouped together, and the records are grouped together based on some condition. Okay. So by using the group by clause, we are going to display some group of rows, and that rows going to include some records, and that records are displayed based on some condition. Okay. Now the syntax is, look at your book on the page number 227. The syntax is select EMP department. That means from a table, the table name is employee details. In the employee details, we have a column, and the column name is EMP department, that is employee department. Select employee department, comma, sum within round bracket EMP salary, comma, average EMP salary, comma, max EMP salary, comma, mean EMP salary, that is employee salary. EMP salary means employee salary. That means I am going to find out the sum of the employee salary, average of the employee salary, maximum employee salary, and minimum employee salary. For that, I am using the aggregate function. In your book, aggregate functions are used, that is sum, average, max, and mean, from employee details. So the table is employee details grouped by EMP department. Now the condition is, we are going to display some rows. That rows going to contain some value. The values are sum of salary, average salary, maximum salary, and minimum salary, and grouped by employee department. That is based on the employee department, we are going to display these values. So these display the sum, average, maximum, and minimum values of the employee salaries in different department. So look at the figure number 12.54. So there you notice only 3 rows are selected. So if you look at the main employee details table, that is that is available on 12.46. So employee department, there you can notice some duplicate values are present. The original values are 10, 20 and 30. Okay. So here when you use the group by clause, it will delete. No, not going to delete. It is skip the duplicate department number, only display the original one. Okay, so that instead of displaying the duplicate number of employee department, it is going to display only the original one. So that is 10, 20 and 30. Okay, and the sum, average, minimum and maximum function calculate the values accordingly. Now there is a query, select EMP department, comma, count round bracket star. As you know that the count star function do not ignore the null value. Okay. From employee details, group by employee department. So here employee department 10, 20 and 30, but when we use count star function, it displays 10, 3. That means we have employee department 10 3 times. There are 3 different values for employee department, that is 10. Then 20 equal to 3 and 30 is equal to 2. That means the count star function going to display total number of department present in the table. That is employee department 10. There are 3 types of employee department belongs to 10. Then 20 also 3 and 30 also that is 2. Now the last one is having clause. Okay. Now the next point is having clause. The having clause is used with the group by clause to filter the record set created by the group by clause. That means we are going to use the having clause with the group by clause. Okay? To filter the record set created by group by function. That means it is going to filter the records present in the table. Okay? Now the syntax that is available in your book, that is select EMP department, comma, count within round bracket star from employee details, group by employee department, having count star greater than 2. That means what we want, when we want to display the department, they are repeated more than 2 times in the table. So that means here department 3 or department 10, that is repeated 3 times, and the 20 also repeated 3 times. In this result, the 30 department, employee department 30 is not included. Okay. So as because that 30 is only repeated for 2 times. Okay. So student, here we have finished the SQL, MySQL, and I think all of you try to understand the lesson. If you have any doubts, then you can ask me in the doubt clearance class or individually in my WhatsApp number also. In the next class, I am going to discuss the questions answered of this lesson. Okay, thank you.